There are 5 business aspects that apply to all businesses, and that includes your private practice or private clinic. I will cover these 5 business aspects, and at the end I will tell you the number one mistake most doctors make, including me, when I started out. The first aspect is making content. Content is everything that someone might read, watch, see or listen to about your business. You may not regard yourself as a content maker, but you are. You must continuously make sure that your potential patients are provided with content relevant to what you do, and more importantly, what your patients want. Some businesses call this messaging. The second aspect is marketing. Marketing is the distribution of that content to generate interest in your private practice or your private clinic. Pick 1 or 2 distribution channels and really go out and broadcast. The third aspect is sales. Many doctors in the United Kingdom in particular think of sales as something slightly distasteful, but as a doctor in private practice, you must be interested in sales. Sales is the term simply to describe the process of converting that interest that has been generated by your content into customers or paying patients. So here you want to make sure that there is no or very few barriers to potential customers making contact with you or your staff. This might mean something as simple as making sure that the telephone is answered quickly and that calls are returned. If you're not in a position to employ staff to answer the telephone, why not consider hiring a call centre or an answering service? Do you have an online appointment booking system on your website? Or do you take card payments online? These are just a few of the examples of how to make the process of sales easier. The fourth aspect is customer support. Customer support is keeping your customers, your patients, happy so that they continue to buy other services that you provide or they recommend you to others. Once again, examples of this might be follow-up telephone calls or texts to inquire how your patients are doing. Giving your patients a personal method of contacting you if they're concerned. Or it might be a way of being easily accessible to see you if something unexpected occurs. The fifth aspect is operations. I'm not referring to surgery, it means the management of the people, product, process and risk in your business. This aspect can be particularly complex if you run a private clinic, but it's much less complex if you have a private practice. So in private practice, this might mean just having a good software tool for patient management and a good secretary. For a clinic, it means a good clinic manager and policies and procedures. So you might ask, which of these 5 business aspects is the most important? Well, they're all equally important and interlinked. If you don't have good content, customers won't know anything about you. You will be invisible. If you don't have marketing, a means of distributing that content, you won't generate interest. It doesn't matter how great, wonderful, SEO optimized, keyword rich or simply fantastic your content is, if you don't have a means of getting that content to the right people, you won't generate interest. And if you don't generate interest, you won't have sales. And if you don't have sales, you won't have a private practice or clinic. And if you don't have a private practice or clinic, you don't need any people, products, policies or procedures. So can you see? They're all important and they're all interlinked. Neglect any of them and you won't have a successful private practice. Now at the beginning, I said I would tell you the number one mistake most doctors make, and that includes me when I was starting out. Well, it's to concentrate too much on perfecting the product. In my case, that meant perfecting my techniques for treating varicose veins, investing too much time and money in courses and way too much time and money selecting equipment and gadgets. I made the mistake I described in last week's video. I was thinking like a doctor rather than a CEO of a business. Don't make the same mistake. To be clear, if you're in private practice, you are the product. You are already good enough. You spent years in medical school and years training to become a specialist. So you don't need to spend more time on courses. And if you carry out private procedures in a private hospital, the hospital provides the equipment and the gadgets. So you've made it to the end. Now a bonus tip. Of all the 5 aspects of the business process, content, marketing, sales, customer support, operations, aim to be average in all 5. And then, as time goes by, try to be above average in all 5, and so on. They're all interlinked, like a chain. You don't want any weak links. That's it for now. If you found this information valuable, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help my channel. And check out all the links in the description box below. Why not leave me a comment or a question? I really like reading all of these, and I promise I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for staying to the end, and thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you again next week.